Well, welcome to the third video in the Relocating to Austin series. I'm Gideon, and in this video, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of living in Austin. All right, let's get to it. Now, if you've been watching Austin relocation content on YouTube, I'm guessing you've seen two types of video. The ones that make Austin sound like paradise on earth, and the ones that make Austin sound overrated, overcrowded, and you should never move here. I promise you, not one of those people that's talking about Austin has lived here longer than I have. Over 50 years of knowledge and experience. I'm going to give you some of my own personal insight about relocating to Austin. Now, the truth is, neither of those are correct. Austin is a heck of a city, and like every great city, it has some real and legitimate drawbacks. And you deserve to know all about those prior to you packing a single box. So today, we're doing a true, honest, no BS pros and cons breakdown of living in Austin, Texas. Let's get to it. Let's start with pro number one, no state income tax. Texas is one of only 9 states in the country with 0 state income tax. None. If you're earning $80,000 and you're moving from California, that could be an extra $5,000 to $8,000 staying in your pocket every single year. If you're a higher earner, $150,000 to $200,000, we're talking potentially $15,000 to $20,000 more in take-home pay annually. Now, Texas makes up for it with higher property tax and a 8.25% sales tax. But for renters and high earners, the math almost always works out in your favor. This is a genuinely significant financial benefit for people that are moving here. Second pro, booming job market. Austin's economy is on fire. Companies like Apple, Tesla, Google, Meta, Oracle, Dell, Samsung, and literally hundreds of startups have their major operations here. The city has earned the nickname Silicon Hills for a reason. The tech sector is massive and well-paying and still growing. But it's not just tech. Healthcare, education, construction, real estate, government, all robust employers here. The University of Texas at Austin is one of the largest employers in the region. The Austin Metro has consistently ranked amongst the top 5 fastest growing metros in the country for employment. If you're in tech, finance, healthcare, or real estate, Austin is one of the best cities right now in America for career opportunities. And if you're a remote worker bringing your salary from another market, you're in an especially strong position. Now, pro number 3, food and music scene. Okay, this one's personal, but it's real. Austin's food scene is especially great. We're talking about the best barbecue in the world, with places like Franklin's Barbecue setting a standard that pretty much nothing else in the country touches. But beyond barbecue, the city has an incredibly diverse food and breakfast taco in every corner, Vietnamese, Ethiopian, Korean, cocktail bars, James Beard award-winning restaurants, and more food trucks per capita than any other city in America. And the music. Well, Austin bills itself as the live music capital of the world, and it's earned that title. So on any given night, you can find, incredible performances from dozens of genres. You have country, blues, rock, jazz, indie, electronic. 6th Street Quarter alone has more live music venues than most of the entire more venues than most cities in the world. Pro number 4, outdoor lifestyle. This surprises a lot of people, actually, who picture Texas flat and boring. Austin is absolutely not that. Zilker Park is a spectacular urban green space right next to the Lady Bird Lake. Barton Creek Greenbelt gives you miles of hiking trails, swimming holes, and it's just minutes from downtown. Lake Travis and Lake Austin are stunning. They have kayaking, paddleboarding, swimming, boating. The Texas Hill Country is about 30 minutes to the west. It's genuinely beautiful. Rolling hills, vineyards, wildflowers, and springs. For people who want an active outdoor lifestyle without sacrificing the urban amenities, Austin is hard to beat. You can hike in the morning, work downtown, and watch live music at night. And that's a really rare combination. Pro 5, the culture, the community, the growth. Austin is a unique culture that blends Texas roots with a progressive, open-minded worldview. The city's unofficial motto, "Keep Austin Weird," captures something real. It's a city that always has valued creativity, individuality, and a certain laid-back confidence. People are, by and large, friendly. There's a strong sense of community in most neighborhoods, and the city growth that we've experienced has brought even more diversity in culture, cuisine, perspective, and talent. Now let's talk about what's hard. And I'll be direct with you because I want you to understand what you're getting yourself into. The con number one, the heat. It is no joke. If you're from the Pacific Northwest or the Midwest or the Northeast, the Austin summers are brutal. They'll hit you like a brick wall. We're talking 95 to 105 degree temperatures from June all the way through September. And it's not just the temperature, it's also the humidity. The other day, I believe it was 104, but with the humidity, throughout the entire summer. Especially through July and August. Your AC will run almost continuously during the summer months. Electric bills of $300 to $400 in the peak summer are completely normal. Spend a lot of your outdoor time before 10 a.m. or after 7 p.m. because the middle of the day in July is just brutal. Now there's also a flip side. Austin gets winter storms and the city's infrastructure is completely unprepared for. Texas painfully learned in 2021 there was a storm that knocked out the power for an entire week. Freezing weather events do happen and the power grid is vulnerable. If you hate heat, you need to take this very seriously. Summer is long, it's relentless, and it does not care about your feelings. Con number two, traffic is a nightmare. Austin's infrastructure has not kept pace with its explosive growth. The city's population has roughly doubled in 20 years, and the road work has not. I-35 through the heart of Austin is one of the most congested stretches of highway in the entire country. Mopac 183 and 360 can also back up pretty badly during rush hour. If you're commuting from the suburbs like Round Rock or Cedar Park to downtown Austin, plan on 45 minutes to an hour each way. There is a commuter rail, the Metro Rail, and that helps on certain corridors, but Austin is fundamentally a car city, and you will need to drive everywhere. So plan your commutes accordingly. It's not really optional advice. If you get it wrong, it'll affect your quality of life every single day. All right, con number three, the rising cost of living. We covered this in detail in a separate video, but it's worth naming here. Austin is no longer cheap, not for Texas, not for anywhere. The city that used to be the affordable alternative to Dallas and Houston has significantly closed the gap. Home prices, rent, property taxes, restaurant prices, they've all climbed substantially in the last 5 years. Now, if you're coming from San Francisco or New York, Austin still feels affordable. But if you grew up in Texas or you're coming from a smaller market, prepare yourself for prices that may surprise you. Con number four, limited public transportation. As we mentioned in the last slide, Austin is a car-dependent city. The public transportation system called Capital Metro is improving, but it's nowhere near what you'll find in a city like Chicago, Washington, D.C., or New York. If you don't have a car, daily life can genuinely be difficult. So ride sharing helps, but those costs add up fast. If you're coming from a city where you didn't need to have a car, factor in the cost of a vehicle and insurance when you're building your Austin budget. Con number five, allergies and bugs. This one sounds small, but locals will tell you Austin allergies are notorious. Cedar fever in January and February, oak in the spring, mold in the fall. If you have any kind of allergy sensitivities at all, have your medication strategy ready before you arrive. And bugs. Austin has mosquitoes, fire ants, and occasional scorpions. Matter of fact, I just found 3 scorpions in my house, but we use, pest control, and it pretty much keeps them at bay. If you've never lived near the Texas Hill Country, it might be a little surprising. It's manageable, but hey, this is Texas, and nature is very much present. So that's the honest picture. Austin is a genuinely exceptional city, vibrant, opportunity-rich, culturally alive, and beautiful in its own. Comes with some real challenges, and you should go into it with your eyes wide open about that. If the pros resonate with your lifestyle and your goals, and the cons feel manageable, Austin might be exactly where you're supposed to be. for the full unfiltered breakdowns, pros and cons, and everything in between, check out GideonSellsAustin.com. I keep it updated as the city changes, so it's the best place to get the current picture. Leave a comment and tell me what's your biggest concern about moving to Austin. I'd love to hear it. Subscribe for more in these series, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.